Okay, before I start and like say anything else, I want to make it crystal clear. I will be spoiling. I will be talking about spoilers for a Minecraft movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it before you come here. If you don't, then if you don't care and you just wanted to have people just want to go for reviews, go for it. But hi everyone, welcome back. And I'm doing a stream different today because I just got home from a Minecraft movie watching, and I have conflictions about it because, well, yeah. But instead of just speaking about it myself, I also want to do some fishing because I feel like I just feel like fishing right now. All right, let me have this. But also, I will say I might do Marvel Rivals later. Yeah, I guess I'll do a bit of a variety stream. But I'm gonna start by prefacing this. I have a very conflicted view about this because I went in thinking that this is gonna be ass, but honestly, it's not good. It's definitely not the best movie out there. But honestly, I feel like to me, it's so bad, it's good. It's a so bad it's good movie, honestly, because frickin'. So I guess I'll start by talking about the story of a Minecraft movie, and what that is so I'll try and go over it as I remember it. So it starts off with Steve, Jack Black, Jack Black's character, and he goes on about his life and how he was, and he always wanted to go to the mines, and he never necessarily got that. But as he grew up, he practically got a dead-end job, and soon enough, he actually did go to the mines. Soon enough, he found he found two pieces to a portal, two pieces that are basically a key to a portal. You got a crystal, and its orb. You got a crystal and an orb, and they go two and two, and they make a portal. That takes him to the Minecraft overworld. Oh, cool, right? And then he also makes a dog. He also tames a wolf that he calls Dennis, who becomes sort of an important figure in the movie. Sort of. And I know I'm probably going to be scatterbraining a lot of this because it just came out of the movie, so I don't really have a true review for it, but soon enough, Steve discovers the Nether and the dangers that it holds, and he realizes that people should really not come here. So he submitted to the Nether and practically became their prisoner for years. As Dennis returns the portal key to his original home in the real world. And so we meet the main characters, and the first. And that's the intro, and then we get to meet our four other characters that will be the other four characters that'll be very present in the movie. I'm just gonna say it. The sequence from introducing everyone was so boring. So you got Gary the Garbage Man, who was the washed up arcade gamer who owns a gaming store, and he's practically He's grasping at straws to keep his little business alive. He gets an eviction notice, and he needs money to keep it floating. There's Henry and Natalie, two brother and sister. Excuse me. Point, Bo. They're still sick. Yep. Welcome back, Boof. They got Natalie, and Henry, a brother and sister duo who were just themselves, and they moved into a new area. And the house person that helped him move in is named Dawn, who has dreams of running an animal business and giving them good homes and stuff like that. And like she's really clear on that because of she has animals on her car and a crazy company for that. Forgive me for blowing, because yeah. So next up, soon enough, Gary the garbage man Garrett goes to a storage auction, and there is one little storage locker that has a very unique gaming thing that Garrett wants to get his hands on. And he wins the auction against Dan TDM, who was actually there, and also if I'm correct, LD Shadow Lady was at this auction as well. So yeah, there was it was nice to see a bit of a love letter it was nice to actually see some big time Minecraft goofers there. Actually, the actual cool ones too, not like fucking Dream and his pedo company. Well, he gets the locker. The thing that he wanted was not even what he was not even having the contents that he wanted. And then he goes around wrecking everything, and soon enough he discovers the key. The portal key. He doesn't really do anything with it, but soon enough he goes back to his little miserable life. Then it goes back to Henry, who is now in school, and he wants to be an artist and a scientist. And he was doing some still life. He got picked on, and the kids say it's not rocket science. So he actually took up the challenge of doing rocket science, and that goes tragically wrong. I'm gonna skip a bit because if I explain everything, then we'll be here for a while, which I guess is a good thing. But I should probably start fishing. But he has a bit of conflict, and soon enough, Garrett picks him up because he did cross paths with him by entering the shop. He did eye the key, by the way. But soon enough, they use the key to figure out what's going on, and they discover the mines. And Natalie soon figures out that Henry's practically missing. She's been on the fritz trying to find him. And soon enough, they figured out that. And soon enough, she does bring Dawn in, and they figure out that Henry is at the mine, so they go over there. And soon enough, they discover the portal key, or the portal. Henry uses the key and literally gets sucked into the Minecraft world, and everyone else follows suit. And then this is basically their introduction to the Minecraft world. Then it becomes night, and then they all just scuttle to try and survive, because Minecraft at nighttime dangerous, y'all. Soon enough, Henry figures out what's going on, and that you can take bricks. You literally punch bricks out, and then you can build shit with it. So he does that. Soon enough, morning comes, and during this, our main villains, the Nether and the Piglins, who, by the way, the main motive of the Piglins is just greed, by the way. And they want to invade Minecraft overworld to take over and basically bring their world to that. Soon enough, Steve goes over to them and practically helps them get back home throughout the movie. And there's a lot of hijinks that happens. He introduces everything he built. He introduces them to the village that he made. And soon enough, Piglins invade there because now they know that the crystal and the orb They love crushing loaf. Yep. Oh. So there's a bit of a fight that happens with everyone. Dawn, Natalie, and Dawn and Natalie get separated from Henry, Garrett, and Steve. And we mainly follow Steve. We mainly follow Steve, Henry, and Garrett throughout most of the movie. Natalie and Dawn take a backseat at this point in the movie. And also, I should mention this because there is a B plot. There is like a B plot to the movie that is absolutely fucking useless and didn't need to happen. It's this principal of the school that Henry went to and got in a lot of trouble with. She crashes into a villager and then falls in love with him. And then for literally 2 scenes, they just go over to it's just them having a date. At the same place, she just rambles on and it goes nowhere. There is an end credit scene, but that's it. It's fucking nothing. We didn't need that. Fuck off. Also introducing a new event, fucking animal hybrid fish in this game. But enough of that because it's fucking useless. So next on the list is following. The subplot did nothing. Straight up! No, there's no substance to it. It was fucking worthless. So yeah, like, why? Why? So inevitably, Steven. So the next little hurdle was Garrett and Jack Black were going to a diamond mine because that was practically Garrett's way of getting all the money he needed to get back everything in his life. Henry didn't like that because they were trying to they wanted to get back to the overworld and get to the Woodland Mansion, which is the area that holds a backup for the crystal, aka something they broke in the first night of them experiencing a Minecraft world. Child ignorant for the mines. Yep, that was at the beginning of the movie. Also, along with Vintage Steel. Moving on. But yeah, the mines are also another area that they went. They went through the diamond mines. They had to give up all the diamonds because they were getting chased by one of the main villain's pets. I forgot the name of the main villain. They were that goofy. The Nether. Moving on. We then soon enough they get to the mansion. And it's filled with pillagers, and in the area where the crystal replacement is has an Enderman in it, which Steve blatantly says don't stare at the eyes because it'll melt your brain. So the plan was that Steve and Garrett made a distraction while Henry went ahead and got to the top floor to get this thing. And they do that, however, they kind of get their cover blown. Henry does make it, but Steve and Garrett, Garbage Man, get trapped into a boxing ring where Garrett has to fight a chicken jockey, and it's basically the classic hijinks fight that it's funny. Oh, cute little. Oh, the little shit beats up the big man. It was not fun. The fight was not. I didn't find the fight funny. But soon enough, Garrett takes out the chicken jockey along with Steve, and Henry does get the crystal, but he stares directly in the Enderman's eyes even though he was directly told not to. And I'm bringing this up because my problem with it was that it practically meant nothing in the end. The only thing I like about the movie is when Jack Black just says stuff. Yeah. Jack Black was not built for Steve, but he definitely was easily the best part about the movie, I will say. But moving forward. So soon enough, they are going to escape, but played Jack Black. Yeah, there was like barely any Steve involved in Jack Black. A fucking capybas. That's the biggest problem. He wasn't really Steve. It was just Jack Black. But, moving on. Next thing that they did was Steve, Garrett, and Henry were practically surrounded on a bridge that's about to blow up by the piglins. But Garrett actually decided. But here's the thing: before they got here, they had a bit of a conflict, and Henry was pretty upset at Garrett for the danger that he was put in. Thanks to Garrett's green selfishness, Garrett kind of projects on how he's kind of a loser right now, and Henry hits him with a "You had a friend, though." Or you used to have a friend. Sir Jack Black quote here. Chicken jockey! Look back there, huh? So back to the bridge scene. One of the things that the piglins used were gas as aircraft carriers, basically. And soon enough, Garrett throws Henry onto one of them. He gets control of it. Steve gets on it, but Garrett decides to actually stay behind, a selfless hero. And he gets caught in the explosion. And then Steve and Henry practically crash. But soon enough, Natalie and Dawn actually get to them and save them. And in the meantime, Dawn actually found Dennis, technically. Though the way she kind of did it was questionable to me, because how the hell? Because out of all the wolves she tamed, it was somehow Dennis. But we made a home in a mushroom tree, and during this time, the main piglin chief successfully got the orb in her toe, and she starts her invasion into the overworld. Once they used an elytra, they brought it back to the scene where they got caught on the bridge. Yeah, where was their elite? They had elytras. What happened to them? But the biggest thing was, alright, so moving on, they soon enough they grab a bunch of materials for the final battle, which happens, and the main goal, and what happened was, well, I guess they were doing good. They made an army of iron golems that did most of the dirty work, and Henry went over was going to the crystal to grab it, but soon enough, one of the chief's main big pigs actually had an arm cannon and successfully blasted Henry from grabbing it. However, out of the blue, Garrett came back because somehow he survived the explosion. And in one move of gas fireballs, the portal was destroyed and the crystal was successfully saved. And all the piglins died along with the chief, which try to bait Steve into bait killing Steve multiple times, but Steve was actually pretty smart and knew what was happening, but gave the chief a chance. But yeah, the chief dies, and basically they have a nice final moment where they all go back to the overworld, like, you're gonna come back, right? And then Steve was like, you know what, fuck it, let me go with them. And then they all revive Garrett's gaming building shop and actually make it something very successful. To make a new game, and that's the movie. And I actually stayed for the end credits. They actually teased Alex too. I'm gonna say that as well. They teased Alex for a, God knows if it's a sequel, but yeah. But that's the movie. Horribly explained by unreleased bogus. And now for the thing. So as I said, I think it was a so bad it's good movie. Bad writing in Jack Black, yeah. So it was so bad. It was but as I said, honestly, I think the Minecraft movie was so bad that it was good. Like, here's the thing: the theater that I was in actually had almost all the seats filled out, and they were absolutely eating the movie up. I will say that much. Like they were, like most of the time they were literally saying what Steve was saying, like freaking I am Steve. The biggest, yeah, the memes. Like, even in my server, I recorded the fucking chicken jockey scene. Like, everyone was fucking eating that up. But, even then, that wasn't even the biggest part where they were excited. Like, when Garrett came back, everyone was fucking stoked. And honestly, I kind of was too, because like, oh shit, they brought him back. And like, everyone was so happy to see Garrett return. It was actually kind of something. But honestly, but that's another thing. I feel like a reason why I'm saying it's so bad is good, because the audience kind of helped me enjoy the movie. So, like, I don't know. Secret Phantom Koi. Minecrafters are eating anything? Yeah, I agree. I feel you. But, yeah. So yeah, it's so bad it's good. So I guess I'll go into it seems like the type of movie that would only be enjoyable with company. Yeah. And honestly, the movie theater was that company I kind of needed to give me some enjoyment out of it. So, I guess I'll sit, Uh-oh, Erhan sent a video. Let me capture this fish and we'll look at it, and then I'm gonna go over the stuff that I did not like at all, and then I'll go over some stuff that I actually liked about the movie. Oh, a chiptune OST? Sick. I'll play it when I go back into the ocean. I'm kind of enjoying the music here, honestly. But if I didn't have a lot of people in this movie, I would have probably dozed off. I'm good at not dozing off at movies, so that never would have happened to me, but yeah. So the things that were absolutely horrible about this movie, and there was a good amount. So first off was, I'm actually gonna I'll save the graphics for later, because there's definitely some stuff that I have choice words about. Yeah, the script definitely could have used a lot of improvements. Like I said, for most of the time, it was just Jack Black just saying stuff that's in Minecraft and explaining it to these people. Like, at the core, the script is a bunch of guys exploring a new world, and this guy's now guiding them. That's basically that's basically the lore that's basically the overview of script. So, my biggest problems was that, like, the opening. And what I mean by this is the opening was not the best. It was not the Steve opening, but what came after it with the introduction of all of our main characters. Okay, sure, but the opening with the introduction to Garrett, Natalie, Henry, and Dawn was just boring to me. Like, what do we? We didn't need this, honestly, but I mean, sure, we could have used it. I mean, they didn't even play Revenge. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, Revenge is such a dead meme at this point. They would not have done that. If it came out, during the time it was big, then definitely. But like, as of now, like, who cares about Revenge anymore? Straight up. But yeah, the introduction to our characters was boring. Yeah, just a good amount of boringness in the movie. It did get interesting in the Minecraft era, but that's just because everything was being introduced. That's a screaming fluke. Why is the fluke screaming? it's a classic. Sure, but kind of feels like it's dated. I just think of something else bad I can talk about. Oh yeah, the Enderman. Oh yeah, the fucking side story with the villager ending the real world. As I stated before, I'll say it again. We did not need that. Like, there was fucking nothing that added. So yeah, get that shit out. The Technoblade tribute was so I was happy to see the Technoblade tribute, and people cheered for that too, which I was very happy to see because Technoblade was an absolute YouTube legend, and even Steve said that himself. So yeah, much love for the Technoblade tribute. And even and Henry's actor even said that too, like stated that like, hey, like the director's like, hey, let's tribute this YouTuber in our movie. So I'm happy about that. And also there was a few other YouTube cameos I was happy to see. One of them, which is Dan TDM, and also LD Shadow Lady, which I'm pretty sure LD Shadow Lady was at the auction as well, because I saw pink hair and a lady, and I was like, oh, that's probably Shadow Lady. But that was stuff I liked, so I guess I'll go to that because to some of the likes that I have, because I guess there is a few. Oh yeah, I guess one last bad thing is that there was a lot of questionable graphic stuff. Like a lot of the creatures that were in the movie were not faithful at all. Like they should not have been a thing. Mainly the sheep. Why was the sheep's wool pink? The chicken, the zombie riding, the frickin' baby zombie was the zombies did not look good at all. They should have. I didn't like the way they looked. The villager designs were fucking atrocious. Yeah, there was a Technoblade tribute. So yeah, much love to that. Yeah, I guess that's no. The only two that I noticed were Dan TDM and LD Shadow Lady, and they were at an auction scene in the real world. Anyways, anything else that I? But yeah, some of the designs for some of the characters, for some of the mobs were bad. The skeletons, zombies, sheep. The bees were okay. The iron golems were decent. No. The villager subplot was fucking garbage. It added nothing. Like any other human character that wasn't any human character that was not like the only human characters that had some kind of plot that had something in them were Henry, Natalie, Dawn, Garrett, and Steve. And they were the main focuses of the movie. Like every other character was fucking useless. Ugh. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. So some of the things that I liked, I enjoy the tributes. I enjoyed the tributes. There were some nice. Yeah, General Chungus. Oh my god, I forgot about Chungus. Fucking dude, his acting was so bad. Holy shit, General Chungus is some of the worst acting I've ever. Uh-oh. General Chungus was garbage, dude. Anyways, but he does die soon enough, so at least he had that going. The best part about General Chungus, he dies. That's how much of a nothing burger character he was. And the villain, they weren't even that interesting. I forgot. I think they were like Sharita. Their name was like Sharita something. I don't know. Sharoots. Shit. I'm just gonna call the main villain. I don't remember the main villain's name. But yeah, they weren't that interesting. Every time I want to start talking about something I liked, I keep going back to shit that I want to hate on. And also, that's the exotic of this area. Chartreuse. Chartreuse. Thank you. But yeah, chartreuse was so nothing. It was uninteresting. Anyways. So, I will say I kind of like the endings of the movie because it was basically like a post-movie wrap-up scene where what's going on with everyone. Honestly, it's actually kind of nice to see them all be successful in their own ways. But that's another thing. The ending of the movie is the best part because it ends. So like it's a double whammy. Ugh. Honestly, I can't really think of anything good about this movie. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me talking about the movie. Alright. Once you ask me this question, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video recording, but I'm gonna keep streaming. Because, well... will this movie be detrimental to kids if they watch it? Do you mind elaborating on that? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, there were some people who are close to my age that there was a few people that stayed behind for the end credits, and they said that it was a 10 out of 10 movie, and they said they introduced Minecraft in a movie the best way possible. So, like, if people like them enjoyed it, then the kids definitely might enjoy it. The kids will definitely enjoy it. Anyways, but with that, I think that's really all I'm gonna say. So, I guess, yeah. Of those review. There's also other people who reviewed it, but I'm probably one of the worst reviews you'll find. But that's gonna be it for me reviewing this movie. So, in the end, it's so bad, but it's so bad it's good. Have Minecraft Day YouTube viewers? Nice. So yeah, that'll be it for me. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to me review this, I guess. Yeah, I have really nothing else to say. Thank you guys for listening, I guess, but yeah, I got nothing else to say. Thanks for listening. See you guys another time. I don't know if I'll do this again this year, but we'll see. Goodbye, everyone on YouTube.